Hello Cobras, and welcome to Let's Play Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I'm TryclydeTamer. I've been wanting to play this game for a long time, and now that it has a Switch port that is all deluxeified, I don't need to worry about recording on the Wii U version, doing something fancy with like a Wii U Gamepad capture card. And no, I'm not trading one Deluxe game for another. Sonic Adventure DX will still be happening, whenever I just feel like actually getting into it. I mean, it's kind of built to where like I could do like one character story, then a little bit of this game, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of this game in between everything. I'm no stranger to double LPs, so I had to actually make a new Switch profile, so there's nothing really spoilery in terms of new things like a Picklepedia that wasn't in the Wii U version. I'm sure we'll be doing a lot of that. So now, I won't be having a co-op partner, so we're just gonna do a one-player, collect food and save Koppaite from danger, is a story of the big adventure with Pikmin. Let's do it. Click on into this thing, and also, something that wasn't in the Wii U version was 3 save files! Whoa! Let's go ahead and choose a new one. There's Ultra Spicy mode. I obviously played on it my first time through after the demo on my normal profile, but we're gonna go with hard mode. That's actually the simple mode, as simple as it can be from the Wii U version, so we're just gonna be going with that one. Nothing too easy for me.
Galactic date 20XX.
What about 20XDX?
At the far reaches of space lies a planet on the brink of ruin. The planet's name? Koppaite.
Cope with your pie.
Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Koppaite's inhabitants have all but exhausted their food supply. Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space.
Pay attention, it's on the quiz later.
To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless.
Bada bing.
Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery.
Oh no, the planet has tested positive for copious
They mobilize
fruitness.
to investigate the planet, which they name PNF 404.
That's what the Dig Dug sounds.
Koppaite's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers.
They'll be intrepid and integral. Going ludicrous speed.
At last, the explorers' 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end.
They must be really old now.
But
Hopefully there's no time
as they
dilation stuff going on.
initiate the landing sequence, something goes horribly wrong.
As evidenced by more Dig Dug-like sounds. And it's so horrible that you have to be welcomed back to it again. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Very opaque, but not really translucent white text. And here we got Exploration, Day 1, 8:44 AM, Charlie's crash site. No skipping here. Ugh. What happened? Kiss the pass? Something happened. I'm seeing yellow. And we're not talking about any sort of Simpsons. Wiki from the Snowy Wowie. Where am I? The last thing I remember was... Oh, of course. This must be PNF 404. Planet not found. Puns. Charlie to ship. Charlie to ship. Do you copy? This is your captain. I repeat, do you copy? Hello? Anyone? There's no response. Where's my ship? My crew? Sounds like there's an imposter among us, except maybe not, wrong game, but still crewmates in general. Captain Charlie. I managed to escape unscathed, but what about the rest of my crew? They could be anywhere on PNF 404. I've got to find Alf and Brittany. I only hope they survived. Move with the control stick? What? It's already too unplayable for me. If you get stuck in story mode, you can press buttons to look at the hints and hit display. It's gonna be kind of a thing, and it's always gonna be like very shiny, so I'm gonna like preemptively move it away and get it unshiny-ified. And you also get a little bit of control stuff. Gyro, we're gonna have, we're gonna have pointer controls, I think. Let's see. It's all a little bit different for me, but I'll have to work with it. Here we go. Cursor control, pointer. There we go. Just gotta check his stuff. I like to have fixed north so it doesn't get all confused. Keep that all in the case. A bunch of button stuff. And yeah, I guess we'll keep the hint display around. There's also badges, which are achievements. Plenty of stuff going around, but we'll deal with it as it comes around. When the Koppaite comes around. What in the? There are more of them. This is getting out of hand. Now there are more of them. However many are being around at this point. And plenty right there. Sardine treasure right there. A little bit rusted out. I seem to have wandered into a strange neighborhood. They don't seem very non-acceptable. Quite the contrary. Why are they coming closer? My whistle will scare them off. How about it? Very big whistle range compared to Wii U as well. I'm surrounded. Maybe I should throw them. You can point around and get all tossy. But they seem to be a bunch of little worker-ants. Or worker Pikmin at that. They don't appear hostile, so let me get this straight. I can round up these creatures by pointing at them and pressing B and throw them with A. And ah, press B to blow the whistle and call the Pikmin over. The whistle's range is very nice, and you toss the A button with the throwing. How about that? Alright, you don't have to worry about those little spot cap mushrooms. We're actually going to backtrack a little bit so we can get like up to 20, get them all into place. They're sturdy on the field, and also ultra spicy mode, there can be a max of 60 on the field. And of course, in the normal modes, the showing off tech demo thing, I guess, of 100 things on screen, particularly 100 Pikmin, which is what we're dealing with compared to the ultra spicy modes 60. Just check my surrounds. You can also use ZL to let me see what's in front of me, as he says. Yeah, there's a little bit of crystallized stuff there. And he's like, hey, come here. Even though we're not going to come here. What enormous mushrooms. We must kill them. We must take down the wildlife. What if it's their sustenance and we're destroying it without much repercussion being caught into it? Alright, now they're automatically going in. I'm going to be pressing the R button to recenter a lot with our pointer controls, but we'll get used to it. Oh, shiny berry stuff. And like mistletoe or something. In a very snowy, wintry place. These guys sure are dedicated. They are indeed. Gotta run away from them. And they're all leafy mode, so they're not really here or within fastness. What are those? They look dangerous. What are those? That was like kind of a point of thing in my initial time playing this game, like 2014. There we go. But what's happening now after we take those little dudes out? Ooh, little low-cap mushroom things. Not quite a thing for Piccolopedia, but something more stringent is happening right now. A little bit cliffhangery. Out of the camera as well. Exploration day 1, 8:46 a.m. Owl's crash site. Yeah, Owl's not quite as big as Charlie's, so he doesn't really take as long to fall. Maybe the snowy area was a little bit higher up. Oh yeah. There goes the ship. Careening. Not like a Dorija bug, but careening nonetheless. I think it's time to wakey from the black screen. I felt a little uncomfortable how long it was being black. It's a miracle. I'm alive and somehow unharmed. Indeed. Wake up, come to your senses. Monsieur Alf. Alpha. How about it? Go for a swim. No drowning. Just as the SS Drake was about to land, we lost control and had to make an emergency escape. During the chaos, I was separated from other 2 team members as well as the ship itself. As the ship's engineer, it's up to me, Alf, to find both the SS Drake and my crew members. Man, must not be the most intrepid engineer if it got all de-engineerified like that. And keep going, I may encounter a rather mysterious and curious creature, like the one that is in front of me where the arrows are leading me toward. It's a redden with a greenin on the leafin. But he's scared. Not quite as curious as the yeller boys. What was that? We'll have to keep going and find out about it. So let us continue to keep going and find out about it. It's like, oh, he's trying to lead me. It's like he wants help with my friends. It appears that the specimen I just spotted has company. Okay, quite a lot of company. Three's company and an onion's a crowd, the thing that is stuck in the branch. I guess as we'll find out while we get all tutorial-inated. So anything I can do? Well, we can lock on and stuff and toss with the A button. Good thing it needs just that many to knock it down. Look about all that stuff. Very shiny. It's got a little bit of orange. Are they red and orange Pikmin? Like the weird red, blood orange color that I'm not too big of a fan of? I was hoping that it was fruit, but it doesn't appear to be edible at all. Probably not even much of a fruit in terms of naming scheme. Nevertheless, the red fellow seemed quite pleased now that it's freed. But wait a minute. I'm supposed to be looking for those two missing something or others. Face forward with ZL and look around with the blah blah. It won't look like that with the Joy-Con being held sideways if you're some sort of self-loathing individual to play with a sideways Joy-Con. Well, I am playing with detached Joy-Cons, so there's risk of drift, but I have had it repaired a year ago, my right one. We'll just have to see about it. Doesn't look like I can quite climb up that, so I guess it's time to get to work. Toss our Pikmin over there for the thing that needs 3. There's also a 4th Pikmin right there. What's this pile of rubble that's causing lots of trouble? Bridge pieces, and they're gonna automate themselves, but I'm gonna call them back just so they can move a little bit faster. Like they would go right back to the next little bridge piece, even though they could be like right here and probably not necessarily attach themselves to the next little bit. I could let you automate all the way, but we're trying to keep things a little bit snappy around here. Not that these episodes are going to be too long. I'm going to keep it a pretty simple day format with a little bit less editing than I did back in my previous Pikmin LPs. That was like back in 2013 when things were a little snippy in my way of editing. So yeah, I'm going to do as minimal editing as possible and just trying to clear the air, you know. Alright, the bridge is almost built. 3 more pieces. Keep them tossing, especially as slow as they're moving, being non-flowered right now. There's hints. Look at bridge pieces, make a way forward. Hey, look at where he's going. Where the heck you think you're going? He's gonna let him stop in place. Oh man, I didn't quite look at the side, but it's showing it in the cutscene anyway. Gotta be careful not to press that plus button, aside from if I decide to redo any days, you know, just for the sake of brevity and efficiency, which I might do a little bit. Gonna play a little bit efficient these first few days. Of course, I've been practicing a little bit, besides from Ultra Spicy mode. And the Koppaite. Oh, thank goodness, I found it. I can use it to locate the SS trick. On the way, I'm going a little bit more Italian now, but we're gonna go for it nonetheless. Here it is, with that classic jingle. Take a gander at it. Even if it might be more of a Pikmin 2 jingle than the first game. Great! It still works. Of course, I'd expect nothing less from Koppaite engineering. I'll check my surroundings by scrolling through the Koppaite screen. How about it? You can look around like that. Where's the Drake, or the Drake, if you want to roll the R about it? I should follow that signal. The signal that leads right here. Aha! Yes, the Drake is not far from here. Maybe the other 2 crew members are there as well. I'd best head in that direction. Somehow, I doubt it. But we'll just have to see about it. Now we can start exploring with the help of the Koppaite. Use the radar to check the map and the camera to take photos. Speaking of camera stuff, it's going to be a very fun thing to do. Might as well get a brief little start on it. We're just going to ZL my way on over. And the sound effects makes me think of Sad Machine by Porter Robinson. Kind of a song I've been enjoying recently. We depend, din, 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 din. Anyway, let's take a picture of these pellet posies with short link focus and maybe also with a flash off like that. Hey look, we're getting achievements because of the badge things that exist. And speaking of extra achievements, as I get to work a little bit at least, we're gonna toss our Pikmin around. Uh-oh, there's some danger over there. A female sheargrub. Run away, even though it's not a dangerous thing. We're gonna take a dude down here, right under this bridge, because there are murals to be seen in this game. We're gonna, I guess, do a medium length focus right there. Maybe just one with flash. Maybe also position ourselves a little bit better. So yeah, there's an achievement for getting all these, even though, well, the Pikmin are doing their work right now. Kind of doing a little pull. Come on, just like pick it up or something. But they're one pellet spitting out 2 at a time, because of the same colorization thing. It's popping out some sort of sprouts. Alright, I don't really care, I just care about taking photos. Let's zoom out a little bit. I feel like I'm a little too close, but the subject in the center is fine. There will be 15 murals, just as a waypoint for how things are going to go. So let's take our 4 that we've had, and then start plucking the next ones. Finally, a proper introduction to the red Pikmin. The big ol' noses they've got. I see, Kepero. So this is how these little creatures propagate. How incredibly fascinating. Smashing out that. Press A to pluck nearby Pikmin sprouts. Press B to cancel. Yeah, it's automatic plucking, and you don't have to do one at a time. And also, you don't even have to wait for them to fully sprout out of the ground to pluck them. Like, as soon as they land in the ground, you can pluck them out. Even if they might be a little premature. I don't know. Their lifespan might not be too long, depending on how soon I let them die or not. So anyway, back to these female shear grubs. There's a whole thing about the Piccolopedia, so yeah, that's going to be a thing that opens up soon. Just might as well let them all work. It's not really going to do multiple at a time, so let's just do one right there, right on point. And then, right here, takes a little bit more damaging rather than just an immediate knockdown like the previous Pikmin games. Not that it's always that case, but you know, just gonna keep it like that and just let them keep on going. And of course, you don't need that minimum number. You can always get them going faster. It looks like 20 is gonna be needed right here. That enormous thing. And the Drake must be on the other side of it. Gotta take it on the other side of the Drake. I'm gonna like put them in the way so they can preemptively be ready. It's like, haha, you're our friends, but we're gonna block you. We're just taking it nice and easy around here. See, look at that. It was like not even out of the ground yet, and we got it all plucked. So yeah, in this first little excursion here, with no time limit, it's almost like an impact site or something. Well, yeah, the crash site, you know. There's no day limit right yet. Not really quite the thing, even though there's like some sort of progression going on still. Alright, let's get these guys plucked. 21, right above the point we need to go. Of course, it being no time limit, you don't have to wait for them to do anything. You can like let them go to bud mode than flower mode, which is for increased speed and efficacy, but there will be better ways of powering up, as we'll come to find out, if you already know from Pikmin Lands. So we can do a little bit of tossing to let them go in, or we can do a little charger thing. There will be a tutorial for that in due time. He's like, hey, I'm your friend. I'm gonna like take a picture of that, even though we're on recording here anyway. Or I could just do like a whole recording like that. Not that I really need to build up my stuff too much. What's that? It's floating and yellow and like a play button. Are we about to record stuff to logbook? Looks like someone's left the data file here. Perhaps the Koppaite will be able to read it. Here's some finishing going on over there. And what do we got? The onion is like a nest for the Pikmin. It gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. Like you've done for me. And I know I'm not alone. As the land the Koppaite can read the data file. Yeah. So these creatures so-called Pikmin. So-called even. This information might come in handy later on. I'll save it in the Koppaite's exploration notes. It's being installed right now. Here it comes. It's going to come so... Well, okay, maybe not quite. Exploration notes, yeah. And that's pretty much all we got to look at anyway. He's back with me, and they're all come back with me. I don't think Captain Charlie wrote this data file, so who did? Could there be other intelligent life forms on this planet? Yeah, you're looking at 21 of them right now. Haha. I don't know about the sheer grubs and repellent poses. They don't seem intelligent enough to not be conquered by the Pikmin. According to the radar, the Drake should be through here, as we have found out. So here's how all this stuff looks. Pikmin behavior will be pretty easy to see. Controls, there will be a lot of secret things, so I'm going to try to collect all of them. And also, one of these is going to be Piccolopedia, and like an idle Pikmin thing. We'll see it all in due time anyway. Just one thing at a time, you know, and just as this right here, not being automatically shown, but yeah, those are massive, but they don't look edible. Oh, so I guess it's not their sustenance, maybe Pikmin or not. You know, just bashing up against it. So I'm just going to like take a quick little zoom of what we've gotten so far. Yep. Then the new one, I think, is this right here. Yep. The radar, check your surroundings and the orientation and everything. I like to have it fixed north, as I said it before. And you can snap yourself some photos. Oh yeah. You don't really need to worry so much about taking that down. Keep it around a little bit. Get some ecological diversity, you know. Oh, not quite a smellish room, but who built this wall here? More signs of an intelligent life. Yeah, maybe the Pikmin are intelligent enough to do it. It's time to perform a charge attack as we've done before, not that we needed to. But it's always Pikmin to do such a thing. Yep, Pikmin marching isn't a thing in this. We don't corral them around, instead we march them forward with the charge attack. In fact, it's a little bit different in this game. There's like different colors of Pikmin, obviously. And it'll be you. It would do them all at once, when this one is like one color at a time, so you just like mash a bunch of your buttons a bunch, you know. I hope the Drake is okay and all my other crew members are fine and dandy as well. We're on the other side now. Very wild and tropical this place seems. And also, the Drake is right there. It is. Go on over. Figure some stuff out. Man, very big brow you got there. I haven't really noticed that much before. The Koppaite isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area. What am I supposed to do now? Supposed to cry about it and get your ears all wiggly with a reaction going on. Incoming transmission. Who could it be? Who can it be now? It could be Brittany. Elf, it's me, Brittany. You copy? Loud and clear. Thank goodness. You're with the SS Drake, right? Indeed. Pushu. I made it through the landing in one piece. The thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. How trapped can you be? And I'm starved! What could the word be? Starvalating? I don't know. Oh no, we got cut off. I wonder how far away Brittany is. But at the very least, I'm thankful that she appears to be safe and sound. Why we're just referencing a lot of music. What the heck was that? Strange sound. Your stomach? Man, I would hope not. I mean, I'm sure you are a little hungry. The sun is setting, which could mean that nocturnal predators are starting to wake up. Indeed. Very convenient whistle setup got there as well. I should probably get off the planet's surface for now. Just like he's talking through whistle mode. There we go. You see the little ridge of his mouth. Better hurry before things go bad. But what about our Pikmin friends? I'm sure they'll be fine. Ha 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 ha. Or something. Alright, 21 minutes into recording. We're about done with this thing, being day 1. Little day format. Some days will be longer, some days will be shorter, depending on how much data file stuff I show and how much efficiency and maybe even resetting on occasion. We'll just have to see about it, don't you know? There's that classic sound that I used to think was my drawer making some clickety-clacky sounds like that, even though it's a bit more pronounced, like me stomping around or something. Most of the supplies we brought with us from Koppaite were destroyed in the crash landing. The clash landing? On the thing about bands or something. So now we only have 3 days worth of provisions that are edible left. 3 days, like, possessive, and it's all slumpy and bluey. But not quite bluey. I mean, there's a little bit of a blue theme there. Starting tomorrow, I have to find some local food. I like that cyan text on a slightly less cyan bubble. Interesting enough. And New Horizons. Not quite an Animal Crossing thing, even if there might be some Animal Crossing-like sounds that's used by hiccuping. Review the replay with the to fine-tune your strategy. So yeah, I could reference it a little bit, and of course we can change up the speed a little bit. Let's try up to 10 times speed. It was like, there we go. Yeah, let's start to get it going right here. After we get the Koppaite, like, then I toss the Pikmin, then I get the pictures of the murals, and then I get ready to pluck everybody, and it's all like, I'm just gonna zoom it forward a little bit. Oh, it's just me moving the radar. There we go. And just getting all the stuff in place, and you're 21, you get your tutorial out of the way, and a little bit of playing around with the things, and then you're right there at the end, and they're all just chilling. Oh man, will they ever make it back to their onion? I don't know. Even though stuff has kind of already happened, we see the onion over there. There's our achievements we got so far. Showed a bug, and let's see if there's another one kind of in place. There's Gardener. There's all that going on right now. But we're not really gonna like spoil way too much, even though it's kind of spoiler-free, as long as you're kind of on a new-ish profile. And now, it's time for a data log, here at Day 1. We're shipwrecked on this planet. Even though it's not ship PED thing, some creatures call Pikmin help me find the SS Strike or Cosmic Drive Key. It's nowhere to be found. Won't be going anywhere without that. Luckily, I made contact with Brittany, and we'll set out to find her tomorrow. When I took off in the ship, the onion took fire as well. Odd, but amazing. Indeed, that is the case. And next time on Pikmin 3 Deluxe, we're gonna see what's going on out here. I think I will just show it a little bit, because like I'll cut into the next stage, but then I'll do a little thing elsewhere. We'll be checking more exploration into this new area that's about to pop up after we see everything happen in this Pikmin world, PNF 404. I wonder if there were Pikmin on other planets, maybe not even indigenous to here, even though Olimar kind of says that's the case as well. Garden of Hope, where we're hoping to find Brittany, haha, in that there garden, and she happens to be a botanist. I've tracked down Brittany's signal. Right now, finding her is my highest priority. However, I'm also very concerned that her Cosmic Drive Key is now missing. If I don't find that, the Drake won't be able to fly fast enough to get us back to Koppaite. That would be very, very bad. And with that, here's where we end the episode. Until next time, where we set into the Garden of Hope in hopes of finding Brittany, do not toast yourself, and remember, keep on plucking.